Hey, back with another Vanguard commentary, and today we'll be showcasing a game between Chronojet against Gurgrid with the Bluish Flame mix. With the new support in VPT 12 from Paladin, there's a similar idea being pushed, and that is the generation of markers. Multiple force markers are considered to be deadly and outright broken, as proven by the results of LoT the past few weeks. However, a new challenger has arrived in the form of Paladin, and we do see Paladin going first in this game, riding into the Jeffrey here, which is a niche clone. This adds a decent amount of consistency for Gurgrid, especially when tag along with the new Grid Researcher introduced for Paladin. And the GC does try into the Chrono Tooth Tiger here, which is a good first try, allowing to draw one additional card in the next turn. Try checking to a critical trigger here, very strong first turn. And we do see the GP riding into the Perimore here, which is effectively a Matcha clone, allowing himself to activate a Dindrain as early as turn 2. And he does opt for the draw from the Dindrain instead of the counter charge. And we do see the Wonder Azure, which is also an enabler for the Dindrains. He just choose to draw one additional card again. And we do see the Algovel here. So it's a new card. It allows this GP player to be able to swing hard for a base power of 19k with the effect. And this will also prevent the enemy from potentially damage denying them, as they are able to clear off the front rear guards, as if he'll be demonstrating soon. So as you can see, the column is actually empty now, and the GP player will be forced to attack the face. And we do see him riding into the Cup here, which is a very strong card back then, and he still is, and he decides to discard the Quick Shoe. And we do see him calling the Steam Maiden Nabu there for a twin drive. And it's a double blank, and he do eat a damage trigger, draw trigger in fact there. Although it will be a miss attack, but he does want to have the draw power through Nabu. We see the Gurgrid right here, and let me begin by saying that this card is a simply amazing card design from Bushiroad. The effect seems pretty balanced, especially when the fact that the power creeping does only affects, or rather kick in when the enemy is on grid 3 turn, but the power creeping does escalate quite a bit once combined with the Percival, which we will be demonstrating later into the turn. We do see the Perimore committed here again, calling the Argovel. And we will be seeing the Grid 3 Searcher committed here, which has a simple skill of plusing 5k if he does call 2 units in the same turn. So we do see he actually found the Percival there, discarding the Grid 2 counter charger newly introduced for Gold Paladin. And in this turn, he will be calling the Percival, discarding one card to gain one additional marker, and then searching for Algovel in the deck or in the drop zone. So this card is simply too strong a plus for Paladin, and especially the XL marker is always welcome. Yeah, I also mentioned that Algovel is a strong 19k beat stick on its own without much of a cost. Unfortunately, Gurgrid does not have enough Common Blast to extend the number of attack this turn, but it shouldn't hurt him too much, as he will rather save it for the next turn given the power buff doesn't happen this turn. And in this turn alone, we will be seeing 5 attacks against this Poor Thing Grid 2 for GC. And we do see actually power all in and a double draw trigger at that. And this pushes very hard against the GC player, and this puts a lot of pressure on him. Using the Argovel skill 1 again to push the Dindrain to Soul to hit for 24k power, but we do see a damage trigger here which will lighten the turn for him, and then another 24k swing from the Argovel on the left. And a 10k cut at the side. And this concludes the turn, but the GC player is already at 5 damage. And now it's his turn to counter attack, and he does right into the Chrono Jet, putting the marker to the side, calling the Steam Maiden Nabu, as well as that Stroboscope Dragon. It's an interesting tag to consider, as it allows you to cycle more into the deck, as well as enabling that Steam Maiden Reboot into play. So he does strike, discarding next stage and superior riding into the next stage here. And we shall see how the attack pattern will commence on the GC player turn. He does swing the Nabu first to force a 15k shoe right off the bat, going into the soul to draw one additional card. He does string with the Super Scope Dragon here, which is so +1, just cutting one card from hand, which is the Steam Maiden Rebu, to actually retire one unit on the field, and he can actually draw one card because he's on the grade 4 Vanguard. He just choose the Perimon there, and the Rebu skill will allow him to put the next stage back to the bottom of the deck to draw additional one more card. And a 15k guard will be forced once again. And a very heads up play by the GC player to push the enemy to 4 damage before swinging the Vanguard, because enemy could potentially just no guard, and it might punish him very hard if he doesn't open a double crit there. So we do see a PG being forced here. And we do see a heal trigger fortunately opening on the GC side. And the turn is not over yet, with the next stage skill to superior right back into the Chrono Jet, gaining yet additional one more force marker. And he does commit the force marker to the Vanguard column, this allowing for a potential 43k power swing with guard restrict, and especially when the opponent is on 4 damage, opponent will be forced to throw the shields down because a potential critical trigger would have ended the game here. And we do see the Gurgit actually throw raw shields from hand to guard against the Chrono Jet, the total of 45k shield. But we do see a critical trigger opened on the GC side, pumping to the Rebu, which will force a PG down here, which is a very rewarding play given that he does push to 4 damage in the previous attack pattern. So we are moving on to the potentially a final turn, since it's the GP's turn, and he does have the Counter Blast to work with, but he does use it for the Perceiver here to actually gain additional one more marker to superior call the Algovel back from the drop zone. And because of the Gurgit skill, any card superior called this turn will allow him to be buffed for 5k for each Excel marker he does have. So in this turn, we do see 3 Excel markers, so every superior card unit here will be gaining an additional 15k power. Very, very strong. And we do see actually using the Wonder Azale to actually superior call the Drain, which will allow him to counter charge, allowing him for that Gurgit offensive play, which we did not see in the previous turn. And we do see the final Algovel committed to the 3rd Excel marker, swing with the Perceiver here to actually eliminate the intercept, swing the Wonder Azale for a 5k guard, and then swing with the Algovel, which is a 24k power column because of his own skill. And the GC player is already at 4 damage, so this is proven to be very, very scary. And we do see the Gurgit skill used here, and using the top 5 to actually superior call 2 Glitch Searchers. So they are already 18k on the Excel circles, but with Gurgit skill, they are actually 33k beaters. So we do see a no guard, a very complete no guard, but there's no critical trigger to end the game there. But it doesn't change the fact that he still had to deal with potentially 4 more attacks, and not forgetting that they are all pretty big. And the 33k swing here. And the GC does concede, and it's game over. Thank you for watching till the end, and do consider subscribing and dropping a like and comment if you do enjoy the content.